Hi friends, welcome to Aathis Dvops. Today we are going to discuss about Terraform and how we are going to connect with Terraform using Azure Cloud. So those things I'm going to demonstrate with you. Before going to this video, people who are newly visited to my channel, please subscribe it. And now, what is Terraform and who need it? People related to people who are working in the DevOps and cloud environment, definitely they were need of Terraforms. And why infrastructure as code? So we will use to do manual coding, or manually we will develop EC2 instances and deploy the services apps over the clouds. For that, infrastructure as a code, the template is making use of it by automating and creating each and everything. So we are going to demonstrate it, so you will see about that. Next to that, what is Terraform? So it is used to build and change these required services, versioning infrastructure safely and efficiently. And it is open source tool and developed by a Heroku, and that code which is using in the template is HCL. They were developed by the Heroku configuration language. Why Terraform? We have so many tools in the market. Why we need to go with Terraform? So tools like AWS CloudFormation, Ansibles are there. AWS CloudFormation can be used only inside the AWS services, but Terraform, it more than 100 plus providers are supporting the Terraform for making automation. And Ansible, it is also have market share, maybe around 30 to 40%, and it is a mutable one. What is the difference between mutable and immutable? Maybe it may be an entry question. So mutable. So we have we can assume that we have instant A, EC2 instant of A. We can make that as a services as a. So if we are changing something in the template, any services which is running in the instant A, it change only the services in the instant A. If you are doing the same changes in the Terraform template, it creates new instance as instant B, and required changes will be updated over there. So this is the difference between mutable and immutable. And declarative, so we don't want to align the code sequentially. So it pick up correctly while we are running the Terraform template. It pick up correctly if the code alignment is not properly done. And second to that, aware state. So it checks every time the previous state of the values with newly creation. For example, if you want to create 10 instances, previously we have given 5 and it created. Now we are adding another 5, so we will make the count as 10. So second time while we are running, if it is not aware statements, it creates totally 15 instances, but it checks the previous state of the instance numbers and it creates only 5. So total number of instances will create after second time running is 10 because of aware state available in the Terraform. It is a reusable scripts. Wherever we need, we can make use of it. So these are the few comments I added in my readme file. Make use of it while running the Terraform templates. We are going to see in the demonstration. We have two codes. One is resource group, another one is a Linux machine creation. So while Linux machine creation, I am going to create resource group also. But in the Linux machine creation, I am using as a variable and main.tf. Two files I have used, but in the resource group, I have used only main.tf. So we will go into the template first. So here I am using version 14.0 as a Terraform version. Please download it and install it to execute my code. And these are the providers which will download the basic requirements for the template services while each and every time we are running. So here the first service I am creating is resource group for my Azure. So this is the Azure resource group name and location. So these things can be added in main.tf file itself. That key for the values, if you want to add values separately, we don't want to hard code each and every time. Well, user to user or services to services or application to application, we can maintain variable file to move these values to that variable file by giving name to this resource group. So you can check my Linux VF machine creation template. So here the same resource group I have used key right where.resource group name as a key. For that value I have added in the variables. See, for resource group name the value is Azure Aathis Dvops first resource group. So like that, each and every values are created in the variables. Just the keys will be available in the main.tf file for all the services. So people who are not aware of Terraform and all, just they can customize the required group name or virtual machine name, size, subnets. Those things they can change it in the variable file and they can run it. So we don't want each and every time hard code it in the main.tf file. People who are working in the DevOps field, they will aware of it, I think. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me, or you can add the comments in comment section, so I will answer for you. Next to that, we will directly go for running the templates. I'm moving into the Linux virtual machine template file to create virtual machines. So before running the Terraform commands, please make sure that you are inside the folder. Please check you are inside the folders. So here we need to use the first command is, as I said, Terraform Init. So if you give Terraform Init, so it downloads the required packages, dependencies from the providers. For that we need to use Terraform Init. So this is a Terraform Init command. Once you are initializing the backend, initializing the provider plugins, so it downloads all the plugins related to that particular services from the provider. Next to that, we need to give Terraform plan to check our template. So it will checks all the codes which was available in our template, and it will give the results. Terraform, what the Terraform will going to perform the actions. These are the actions it's going to perform, and with provide SSH keys, those things. It won't deploy it, but it shows what are the things it's going to do, and it give the feedback what are the services, number of services it's going to create. So this is the Terraform plan command values. So it gives its plan to create. Here we are going to add 9 services, and we are not destroying anything. We are not changing previously our running services. Okay, newly we are creating, so we are going to add 9 services. Next to that, we need to give Terraform apply. So once it is successful, it shows the values, because it shows that our template is clean and neat. We can go for deploying the services in our Azure cloud. So the command which we will use is Terraform apply. So it starts applying all the services over our cloud. It creates it creates the groups, public IPs, SSH keys for the and the storage. Those things it creates, IP configurations, everything it will be created, all the services which is in available in the main.tf file, and it gives the results of apply completed, resource 9 is added, 0 changes, 0 destroyed. So it shows that our service, all the service which is included in the main.tf is created. So what are the services means, as I said previously, we have seen in our terminal. So first thing is resource group, and second to this we are creating virtual machine. For creating a virtual machine, we need a virtual network, and for the virtual network we need a subnet group. For that we need public IP, network security group, and network interface for the internet connection, and security groups, and random text need to be created. That is, the name of the storage need to be very, very unique, so that we are creating random text based on the security group, and SSH keys for the virtual machine, disk space, source image for our virtual machine is Ubuntu 18.04. If you want, you can add those things in our variables to customize the things which we are earlier creating. So those services are added in my Azure cloud. Now you see, we have a Azure cloud resource group. Inside my resource group, all the services are available. One is a virtual machine, and virtual network, security group, public IP, interface, network interface, disks, and storage account. These are the services minimum it is needed for creating a virtual machine. So in my template, I have clearly stated and explained, I think. People who are newly creating the Terraform template for the Linux virtual machine, definitely it will be very useful. You can copy it from my GitHub open source project, which is URL is added in my description. People who are having doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Definitely I will help you out. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for watching Aathis Dvops.